The most amazing coincidences in human history. Here are a few of the most mind-boggling, jaw-dropping coincidences ever recorded in human history. The cursed taxi. In July 1975, Erskine Lawrence Eben was knocked off his moped and killed by a taxi in Hamilton, Bermuda. It was the same taxi with the same driver carrying the same passenger that had killed his brother Neville in July of the previous year. Both brothers were 17 when they died, and they'd been riding the same moped in the same street. The hollow coin. During the Cold War, Russian spies used hollow coins to pass messages to each other in America. One spy accidentally used his hollow coin as actual currency. The coin was found when it was given to a paperboy who discovered the message in the hollowed-out container. There was a message written in Russian code, so the boy handed it over to the authorities. The government spent years trying to decode the message. Eventually, a Russian spy named Rhino Hyhanen defected to America, and in the process of handing over Russian secrets, the spy was asked about the coded message in the hollow coin. The man translated the message, and it turned out to be intended towards him all along. Shakespeare. Anne Hathaway's husband, Adam Shulman, has an uncanny resemblance to William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare's wife was called Anne Hathaway. The girl from Petrovka. British actor Anthony Hopkins had landed a leading role in a film based on the book The Girl from Petrovka. A few days after signing the contract, Hopkins traveled to London to buy a copy of the book. He tried several bookshops but couldn't find a copy. Waiting in Leicester Square underground for his train home, he noticed the book apparently discarded on a bench. Incredibly, it was The Girl from Petrovka. 2 years later, in the middle of filming in Vienna, Hopkins was visited by George Pfeiffer, the author. Pfeiffer mentioned that he didn't have a copy of his own book. He had lent the last one containing his own notations to a friend who had lost it somewhere in London. Stunned, Hopkins handed Pfeiffer the book he had found, and it was the same book indeed. Bill Morgan. An Australian guy named Bill Morgan was declared dead for 14 minutes and was revived. To celebrate his survival, he bought a scratch card and won a $27,000 card. The news reporter asked him to reenact the scratch card moment to capture it on camera. So he bought another card and won a $250,000 jackpot in it. Twins. On Christmas Eve 1994, two cars collided near Flitcham, England. The drivers were twin sisters who were delivering presents to each other. Their names were Lorraine and Lavinia Christmas.